Hi, and welcome back to another Saturday vlog. And I'm doing this video a little late in the day, and that's because I had a lot of errands that I had to run earlier. But I wanted to make sure I got this video done before the day was over and uploaded. So today's vlog, I want to talk about knowing when to let go. And specifically, what I'm talking about is in recent months, I know a couple of people who are going through some things, right? And we all have been in a situation where we're in a relationship and we are just so in love with an individual, and it's hard to let go when they want to move on. But I really wanted to talk about, just knowing when to let go. And, I was reminded as I'm sitting here talking to you guys, I was reminded of the play Madea Goes to Jail. And many of you may have seen it. That thing is just so funny. But there's a part in there where Madea is talking to her nephew because her nephew finds out that his wife is cheating. And not only did she cheat, she's cheating with his boss. And so Madea is talking to the nephew and she's saying, when I put on this wig and this dress, I get conflicted with who I am. And so, of course, at this point, he's stepping out of character just a little bit and ad-libbing, I believe. But I love it when Madea says, when you have done all that you can, and you know that you've been good to a person, and they want to leave, she says, let them leave. Don't try to convince them to stay. Don't try to convince them, hey, we can work this thing out. Let them leave. And you might be saying, well, Michelle, that's easier said than done. But honey, let me tell you something. I've been down that road, so I know how that works. It's not easy at all. Been there, done that, and have a t-shirt to prove it. But you have to let go, because if not, all you're going to do is continue to hurt yourself. And and you deserve better than that. If somebody doesn't want to be with you, honey, and like Madea says, you've done all you can to make that relationship work, that you were a good person, you were good to that individual. If they want to leave, honey, let them go. Let them go, because God has something else better for you. And the one thing about me, if you truly know me, then you know it hurts me to the core of my being when I see people that are hurting because they want to be in a relationship with someone that doesn't want to be in a relationship with them. But I can promise you, honey, there is light on the other side of that hill. And if you let this thing go, I can almost promise you that there's something better. In fact, sometimes I believe that God allows things to happen so that so that you can move on and get with the person that he would have you to be with anyway. So that's really all I wanted to do. Just take a few minutes to do this quick video to let you know that if you are, in a relationship and the person that you're with wants to move on, let them go. Stop trying to hold on. And one of the things that I love about myself and this channel is that I can be very transparent with you guys, and I can let you know that not that long ago, maybe about, I would say 6 years now, I was in that situation where I was with someone for 9 long years. And y'all know that's a long time to be with somebody, especially when you talked about, building a future together and all this other good stuff. But they decided they wanted to move on to something, if I remember correctly, something better. That was what was said to me. They were moving on to something better. And and so it hurt. Oh my goodness, it hurt. I felt like the world was going to come to an end. But guess what? It didn't. And I remember we had a church revival. Well, my pastor was preaching at another church for their revival. And I wasn't going to go, but I knew my mom wanted to go. And I said, well, I guess I'll go, just to get out the house. This way I won't be thinking about him. And I went, and for the life of me, I cannot think of the name of the song that the choir sung. But basically, the song said something about crying no more tears. Making it up in your mind that this is the last day that you're going to cry over that thing. And I said, you know what, God, that ain't nothing but you. That's why you put it on my heart to go. Because when the choir sang that song, And the tears were rolling as I was listening to the song, but I said, you know what? That's it. That song was for me. The choir selected, they didn't know it, but they selected that song just for me. And I decided from that day forward that I was not going to shed another tear for somebody that didn't think enough of me to make the relationship work. Instead, they wanted to move on to something better. But I'm going to tell you something else, though. Because I finally let that thing go, honey, how about every year? Or I'm not even every year, about every 6 months, I would get a phone call at first saying, hey, can we talk? No, I'm good. I'm busy. I'm doing me. I'm happy. So I blocked them so they couldn't call. And I didn't know how to block a text message, but my daughter showed me how to block so they couldn't even text me. But see, when you know you're good to somebody and they know it, then they miss you and want to come back. Oh, but the devil's a lie, honey, because there was no coming back. So again, I just want to let you know that if you're in that situation where you're holding on to someone that wants to move on, honey, let them go. Stop torturing yourself. Don't think twice about it. Yes, it hurts, but I need you to decide that today, not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, not next year, but today is the day that you are going to stop shedding a tear over somebody that's not shedding a tear over you. And that's all I have for you today for today's vlog. I hope this helps somebody to be able to let go and to move on. Like I said, it's not easy. I'm not going to tell you that it's going to be easy because it's not, but you can do it. Case in point, here I am 6 years later. I'm happy. I'm in a relationship with someone that supports me, supports my dreams, and I'm not shedding any tears. So let that thing go, y'all, because I'm trying to tell you there is someone better out here for you. And sometimes you may have to have a season of being by yourself so that you can work on you, because we all have some things we can work on. But use that season to work on you, and then I can pretty much promise you that something better will come along. So that's all I have for you for today. I love these Saturday vlogs, so I cannot wait to talk to you guys again next week. And for my newest subscribers, thank you so very much for hitting that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that little bell so you won't miss out on any of my videos that I'm uploading. Again, I can't thank you all enough for those of you that continue to support me day in, day out. Y'all know the spiel. Week in, week out. Year in, year out. Month in, month out. Thank you guys so very much from the bottom of my heart. I love you, and we'll talk again soon. Until then, be sure to let go of something this week.